Wow. Hey guys, hang on. You guys don't even understand the setup issues I go through every time I try to do a live video. Like, it's insane. Look at that, like that's not even working. I have a feeling that's gonna fall. If it falls, I'm so sorry. Also, YouTube does this weird thing where when the second I go live, it's like it's zoomed in. I don't even know. Let me scoot over here. Let me scoot over. I wish I could like show you guys the setup that I have because it's a little comical. Ah! see, my husband was out earlier and he was supposed to get me one of those like a phone stand and he didn't get me one because time was running out and he had to get back home. But anyway, I wonder if I could put you guys in the window. I don't know. I'll just scoot over here. It's fine. We're just gonna deal with it. How are you all? Are you all doing good? So, what is due date on baby girl? I have a C-section scheduled December 30th. So December 30th, she will be here. Unless, I mean, obviously barring anything happening before then. But the plan currently is December 30th. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Majestic Vlogs. Yamaya, Amber. Hello. I'm trying to like wait a second. Not that I have anything super amazing to talk about, but you know, sometimes waiting a minute like gets people in here. I'm sorry, I'm like moving. I'm honestly trying to like stay awake. Can we see baby bump? Yeah, I actually posted a picture this morning of baby bump. I'm 32 weeks. I can show you guys. Hold on. Make sure my pants are like hiked up here because that could be embarrassing. Yeah, so baby bump. There you go, 32 weeks. Man, it always looks bigger to me somehow. Yeah, 32 weeks. I'm closer though to 33. I'll actually be 33 weeks tomorrow. Where are your kids? They're not here. So I have one child here. Aiden, no, Aiden is here. Aiden is downstairs hanging out with daddy. Zoe, Piper, Jack, and Keys are hanging out with Nana for the afternoon. They're over at her house playing. So I'm here and I'm supposed to be cleaning and doing other things, but I thought going live sounded like more fun. I love your channel, you're amazing from the beginning. Oh, thank you, Dragonfly Lady. That's so sweet. I love hearing when you guys have like been around since the early days, the beginning. Thank you. Elise? I like that name. That's my sister-in-law's middle name, is Elise. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into it and just say like what I need to say, talk a little bit. So, I have been really struggling lately, you guys. I talked about this on an Instagram live. If you don't follow us on Instagram, you should. You should go to the Killin Clan, go follow us. You should also go follow us on Facebook. I don't think many people know that we have a Facebook group, and I've honestly not been crazy active in the Facebook group, but that's changing. So go over and follow us in the Facebook group because very soon that's not going to be the case. I will be doing lives on a weekly basis in the Facebook group as well. So I don't know if you guys can tell, just from me talking, I can tell from me talking that I'm very out of breath. I'm always like kind of breathing heavy. I'm always kind of like struggling a little bit. And I feel like that has kind of been the case for the last 2 years, pretty much since Jack has been born. I've been noticing that I'm very easily winded. I'm out of breath so easily. I've been noticing that I'm excessively tired. I've been noticing that I'm wanting to go to bed earlier. Just a lot of things, a lot of like heart palpitations. I was in the emergency room like a year and a half ago for heart palpitations. I didn't know why I was having those. I don't know, it's just kind of been like little things like kind of happening. And then being pregnant, all of those symptoms has been like amplified and I haven't really known what to do with it. The exhaustion is insane. I'm literally always out of breath and it's so annoying. I'll be like on the phone with someone and I sound like Darth Vader on the other end, like it's pretty bad. Even if I'm not doing anything. And that's not me, that's not, how I've been. I'm so sorry I'm missing your comments, you guys. Um, if I don't just talk and ignore comments for a minute, I'll totally get distracted. So I'm not trying to be rude, I promise. And I will read your comments in just a sec. So yeah, anyway, had my 32-week doctor's appointment 3 days ago, and I was diagnosed with anemia. And the doctor thinks that I've probably had anemia for a couple years now, just not like severe anemia, but now it's to the point where it's pretty significant. So I'm on iron tablets, and there's a few other like things that I'm doing to help it. But it was really refreshing, not refreshing, but like it was very good to kind of have a doctor validate the reason I'm feeling like this and the reason I've been so out of breath and the reason this has been an issue, is that I'm anemic. And it probably happened shortly after Jack was born. So I have anemia. So that's a new diagnosis. It's not that big of a deal. I just need to make sure I'm taking iron supplements and staying healthy and, you know, doing what I need to do. But I'm on day 3 of taking the iron pills. And so far I haven't noticed like a drastic improvement or anything, but I think it's just going to take time. So yeah, there's that. But in being so tired and so exhausted, y'all, I'm not even like joking or embellishing when I say I've been going to bed at like 6 p.m. And sleeping all night long and waking up just as tired as when I went to bed. I don't know. It's been crazy, and it stinks because my editing time for YouTube is when the kids go to bed. I don't like to edit when the kids are awake, when we're homeschooling, after the boys get home from school. I like to be with my kids. I like to get the dinner on the table and get all the things done and be present. And I don't like to have to excuse myself for 2 to 3 hours when they're up and kind of need mom, you know what I mean? And I definitely don't want to like leave Zoe in charge while I go edit or do what I need to do. So I just do it at night when they're in bed, because that's always the easiest and what is most conducive to my schedule. But because I've been falling asleep at 6 and I can't like function, I haven't been able to post normal vlogs. I do have footage. I have like 2 weeks worth of footage that I just need to edit and get up for you guys. And I am going to do that. But I've also realized lately that I have more to talk about. I have more to say. I have more to share than just what we share in vlogs. Because I feel like the vlogs are a little scattered. I mean, you see our day, you know, you see what's going on with the kids, you see what's going on with me, whatever. But I don't go into depth on a lot of things. So I think what I am going to do, and I can't commit to a specific day a week, and I wish I could, and I hope in the future I can, but I know once a week I'm going to start going live on YouTube, and I'm going to have a different topic like every time I go live. Like, it's not just going to be me sitting here reading comments, talking to you guys. I want to actually share some things and share insights and like what's going on and what I'm doing and all of these things. And it may or may not involve kids, but I just wanted to put that out there so you guys can expect that. And I'm also going to go live once a week on Facebook. So technically I will have 2 lives per week. And I just think it's important, especially since our comments are disabled on our normal vlogs. One, like I can't sit and talk to you guys. It's not like in real time. So I feel like you guys just see what I edit, you know, like what I sit down and edit, what I'm choosing for you to see, that's what you're seeing. And that's fine. And that's the way like we intend our channel to be. But at the same time, I do miss that connection with you guys, and I feel like I have more to offer. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna sit down and talk with you guys once a week. This is not replacing the family vlogs. The family vlogs will still be a thing. But I just thought, you know what, I'm in such a different season in life, and there's just a lot going on, like with me, like personally, like what I'm doing, like, I don't know, like with weight loss and like helping my body and like my mental state and all of the things. And I want to share, and I feel like it could be beneficial, and I feel like I could help you guys, or you guys could help me and give advice, whatever. So that is the plan. Once a week lives, and get myself in gear and start posting more family vlogs. Oh, y'all are so sweet. I appreciate it. No, Nicole, we are not at this time doing a collaboration with Fathering Autism. Elise, love from Ireland. I love Ireland. I've never been. I want to go. That's Asa and I's goal. We wanted to go to Ireland on our honeymoon, but we got married so young we couldn't afford a honeymoon. And then he was deployed shortly after we were married, so we never got to go. And we will have been married 13 years, you guys, on December 9th, which is crazy. 13 years. Do you have a P.O. box? No, we do not have a P.O. box anymore. Everyone is so sweet and loving and giving and amazing, and we love you guys. But it became an issue with my kids feeling very entitled and very spoiled. And I don't ever want my children to have an entitlement type of attitude. I don't want them to feel like they deserve anything because mommy does videos on YouTube. That's not okay. So we kind of had to cut out the P.O. box. Even though we love you guys and we know you all have big, huge, amazing hearts, and it was absolutely the sweetest ever, but y'all, my kids just weren't mature enough to handle it. Aw, thank you, Stephanie. Y'all are so sweet. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about live videos too. I feel like, I don't know, there's just more of a connection. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like, not that our videos are scripted, they're definitely not scripted, but it just doesn't feel quite as like properly laid out, you know? It's a little more laid back. I'm sorry I'm like moving back and forth. I'm feeling kind of antsy. Do you have a wish list for the newest baby on Amazon? No, Nicole, I don't. We're not doing a baby shower, and not even with like friends or family. We're not doing a baby shower, but we're not allowing people like to send us things because people are too sweet and they send us too many things. And really with Liren, we're minimal. We're doing very, very minimalistic items. Like she literally only has what she needs. And I wish that I had done that with my other kids because I always get way too many things. I get like the bouncer and I get things that they won't need till they're like 6 months or a year. Right now we're getting everything she needs for the first 3 months. We're focusing on that. And then as she needs more, we'll get it. So that's kind of what we're doing. Newborns need very little. When are you going to start vlogging again? Queen Janice, oh, I like your name. Very soon. I have been vlogging. I vlogged yesterday. I have been vlogging and I have a good week's worth, maybe 2 weeks worth of footage. I just have to edit it. But I said a minute ago, I was recently diagnosed with anemia and it's been making me very tired. And I've been going to bed like asleep for the night at like 6 p.m., which is my editing time. So I've been sleeping through my editing time. I'm actually one of 7 kids, so I understand. Oh, girl, you know then, you understand. Oh man, I keep, some of y'all's comments like disappear before I can quite read them. My lips are super dry. 221. I don't know what that means. 221 what? I miss your vlogs. Oh, some of you guys, are you still on TikTok? I am on TikTok, girl, but I have 1 video up. My husband wants me to do TikTok. I'm trying. I don't know what to do on TikTok. It's a little baffling to me. Some of you guys are asking why I don't do You Now, and I just haven't looked into it. I'm not saying I won't, but I will look into that. No, Narquise does not take have a baclofen pump. He has in the past been on the baclofen capsules before, but currently he's actually not because his spasticity has much improved. Let's see. I love Aiden. I love Aiden too. You're doing great with all your kids. Thank you. We try. Every day is different. Every day is a challenge, but it's also wonderful. I always hate the awkward silences, like when I'm trying to read the comments. Did you find out you're having a girl through a blood test? No, I just waited till my ultrasound at 16 weeks and they told me when I was 16 weeks that it was a little girl. Now we're excited. Aiden is talking a lot more. He's talking a ton. And it's cute because he'll like repeat things, and it used to be kind of like more mimicry. Like you could tell that he was just kind of copying what he was hearing, and now what he says is more relevant to whatever situation. So it's funny. Yes, the baclofen pills are definitely easier. Narcisa's cerebral palsy just isn't severe enough to have a pump, but which is a good thing. That's an amazing blessing. How's Narcisa's leg? His leg is good. He still has to have the surgery in April, May. We don't have an exact date yet, but when he broke his femur, his leg it just healed at an angle, and it makes it really difficult for him in the gait trainer at school. You found, oh gosh, I'm so sorry. The comments disappear. Does Aiden eat? Yeah, Aiden eats a lot. Aiden eats more than I do in a day. Easily. He does this for more, which when he does more, usually it means he wants to eat. And he does it like all the time. So I'm always in the kitchen. I'm all itchy. I will pre-make him, like he eats only like a blended diet. So I'll just pre-make him like containers in the fridge of snacks. That way all I have to do is heat it up and like let him have it. So it's super quick for him. And then I make all of his lunches and dinners fresh. When are you having the baby? December 30th, unless something happens before then and she needs to come sooner. Narcisse is 16 years old. We have Narcisse, who's 16, Aiden, who is 12, Zoe, who is 11, Piper is 8, and Jack is 2. Does Aiden still do therapy? Yes, both boys do occupational, physical, and speech. And actually, Aiden also does ABA therapy now at school too. So he does that too. We're trying to teach him to utilize his cane because he does have a cane. He throws his cane, and he always does. And I think he knows how to use it because when the teacher is working with him, he does the proper swiping motions, and like he cognitively, like he understands what to do with it. He just doesn't like using it. He knows that he can navigate his environment well without it. So he doesn't see it as a helpful tool for him. So he just throws it, or he'll put it on the ground, or he wants to hold it like sideways like this and just kind of walk around like normal. Ghost is good. Ghost is our dog, for those of you who don't know. I know Jack is huge. Do I know what type of CP Narcisse has? Yes, he has CP. It affects mostly just his legs, and the strength in his arms. I forgot the name of it though. I should probably know that, right? It's in his charts. Anyway, yeah, I think that's pretty much the main reason I wanted to go live, was to let you guys know that I'm going to be doing this once a week. One, so that I can kind of communicate with you guys a little bit more, and kind of, I don't know, kind of get that connection back a little bit. All of my videos are not going to be lives. These are not replacing family vlogs. If you just now tuned in, I was recently diagnosed with anemia, and I've just been crazy tired lately, and I just have not been utilizing my usual 4-hour gap at night to do work, which is the time frame in the day that I set aside for my work. And I just haven't been doing it because I've been sleeping, and that's the honest truth. But I do have footage, and I am going to get videos back up and going again. But at the same time, I'm also realizing I have to take care of me too. And I think in the past, I really haven't done that. And I've been way too hard on myself about, oh my goodness, I have to get a video up, or oh my goodness, I need to do this, or I need to do that. And it's hard. And I've been turning down a lot of sponsorship videos lately. And we're always so like picky as it is with our sponsorship videos. I turn down like probably 90% of them, because unless I actually use the product, unless I believe in the product, unless it's something that I genuinely like or would use, I'm not going to collaborate with brands on it. So that's another thing. I've been turning down a lot though. Probably a few that that we could actually use. But you know what? Time is so precious, and time is probably the biggest, the most precious commodity that I have right now. And especially being so tired, I choose to spend the time that I do have with my kids and with my husband. Take care of yourself. Thank you. I am trying. I'm taking way better care of myself than I probably have with any of my other pregnancies. I'm doing well. Oh girl, I know. And I'm not saying it like, oh my gosh, I'm freaking out because I haven't posted vlogs. I think in the past that was probably the case. I did kind of get a little panicky, but you know, that's not the case anymore. I've done a lot of work over the last couple of years to help myself mentally, to get in a really healthy headspace emotionally. And I've realized that that has been the first step in everything. Nothing else in my life that I want to work out is going to fall into place unless I have the right mental clarity and unless I'm genuinely happy with myself. So I don't know, it's definitely something I'm keeping in mind for after Liren is born, because I have this huge amount, huge to me, I have a fairly large amount of weight that I want to lose, that I have a weight loss goal and all of these things, but I also know that that's not what is most important. It's more important for me to get myself in the right mental headspace and to feel good about my mental health. And if I have that in order, and if I have that going good, I can literally conquer the world, y'all. Like, I can do anything. I can do anything. But I used to start diets, and I would start all of these endeavors, but I never got myself mentally good before I did them, and they would all crash. So, are you doing a birth vlog? Of course, we always do a birth vlog. I do regret I don't have any footage of Zoe's birth, and it kind of drives me crazy. But we just weren't vlogging when Zoe was born, or when I was pregnant with Zoe. We didn't start all that till after she was born. But she's my only baby that I don't have like birth footage of. I mean, obviously I don't of the boys either, but yeah. Is Aiden potty training? Yes and no. We're working on it. He works on it at school, and he works on it in the evenings at home. So I think Monday through Friday, we're pretty consistent with the potty training. The only thing is we've had maybe 2 times he's actually gone on the potty. But you know what? I'm taking any type of progress, because he has a lot of PTSD and trauma that surrounds the toilet from when he was in the orphanage. So he no longer screams, he no longer has a fit, he no longer like loses his mind when he's sitting on the toilet. So that in and of itself is progress, and I'm not going to knock progress no matter how small. So I'm proud of him. He's doing really well. And he has gone a few times, so there's hope. I really believe he's going to get it. It's just going to take a long time. Does Keys still have contact with his friends at the orphanage? I could really tell a story about that recently, but I'm not going to, because I feel like it's kind of personal to Narkees. But all I will say is that we recently did a video chat of another child in his orphanage that was adopted. So it was a good thing, and they smiled, and he seemed like he was having a really good time. But the downfall from that, the couple of days after, was not good for him. So it definitely brought up a lot of PTSD and other issues, and I felt super bad for him. So we won't be doing that anytime soon. Yes, we do know the gender of the baby. It's a little girl, and her name is Liren Georgeline Killen. And no, Georgeline is not a name that I made up. Georgeline is going to be her great grandmother's name. So, or is her great grandmother's name. So my husband's grandma's name. The fact that the boys are such sweethearts after all they went through. Oh, it disappeared. Yes, the boys are amazing, and they amaze me every day that they have such a sweet demeanor. They're so kind-hearted. They're so loving and cuddly and giving, considering what all they have been through. It really is a miracle. It really is. Yes, I agree. I agree. How is Narquise doing? He's good. He's good. PTSD is tough, Destiny, and having never experienced like true PTSD myself, it's been a real eye-opener since adopting the boys. Like, we have definitely learned what post-traumatic stress disorder is, and you can be triggered from anything. And with the boys, it's super hard because we don't always know or understand what it was that triggered them. So Aiden can be really upset and be having a hard couple of days, and we'll have no idea. And all we can do is comfort him and be there for him and try to distract him as much as possible. But it is very, very hard. They don't go through that too much though. Like, it's, I don't know, I don't see the upheaval of the PTSD as often as I used to, which is really good. I feel like I'm not smiling. I look angry. Everyone always tells me, like, if they walk in a room and they look at me, they're like, Catherine, why are you so mad? I'm like, I'm not mad. I have a resting angry face, or I could say I have a resting bee face, but you know, I try not to cuss on this channel, so I won't say that. I don't know what's going on with the comments. Sometimes they'll come up for a minute and then disappear, and I don't know. I don't know. How long do you guys watch lives for? I don't know. I watch live videos a lot, and sometimes if it's like, if I'm really feeling engaged, I can watch them the whole time, and then other times I like tap out after like 5 minutes because I get bored of the person talking. I don't know. I contemplated so many different like venues to do these live videos because I was like, you know what? Most of the live videos probably aren't going to include the kids. And I know that most people, a vast majority of you on YouTube, are subscribed to my channel because of the kids. Like, y'all want to see the kids. Y'all don't want to see me sitting here talking. But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to risk it. I'm just going to, I'm thinking once people realize that I'm posting once a week and the live videos probably won't include the kids, I think people can either choose to watch or they cannot watch. You know what I mean? Like, if they know, okay, I'm here for the kids, I don't want to see Catherine, then they won't have to watch. And that doesn't hurt my feelings. Like, I'm not saying that like nobody cares about me. I don't mean it like that. I totally understand it. It just doesn't matter to me like either which way. But I just know the fact is most people are here for the kids, and that's totally cool. And I think that's amazing. Yes, we are done having children after Liren. I am getting my tubes tied. Already have it scheduled. I have PTSD, maybe you can trigger. Yes, Destiny. You do if you suffer with. What will you do if you suffer from postpartum depression again? Are you going natural, or will you be, it disappeared. I assume you mean, well, am I going to go natural, or am I going to seek prescriptions? So this time, my plan, I do know that I am very prone to postpartum depression. It's gonna happen. I've accepted it. It's gonna happen. It always does. And I feel like at this point, I am able to mentally recognize when it's happening. I know those first beginning stages. I know exactly what it feels like. And this time I am planning to go natural. I'm not planning to take any anti-anxiety medication, no antidepressants, nothing like that. I have certain oils that I'm going to be using. I have certain protocols to help me mentally. I know how to handle it. However, that being said, I will say, if I ever get to a point where The natural methods are not working. They're not doing what I need them to do. I will not hesitate for even a second to go talk to my doctor and get on those medications. Not even for a minute, because there's no shame in it at all. It's just, for me this time, I really want to go the natural route, because before I got pregnant, I worked so hard to get off of the antidepressants and anti-anxiety medications because I had coping skills. I learned coping skills. I learned how to deal with it. I learned natural methods of helping myself, and I felt better. When I was on the depression medication, I had something called brain zaps, and I know that sounds like something I just totally made up, but they're terrible. And when you're trying to wean yourself off of any type of antidepressant, it's a symptom that you can have. Most people, I don't think, have it, but I did, and it was horrible. It was the worst thing in the world. Brain zaps it's basically your body coming off of all of these chemicals that you've been used to taking, like these chemicals that regulate certain, I'm not a doctor. This is not going to sound like I know what I'm talking about, but from what I understand, it's regulating the chemicals in your brain. So when you're going off of that, it's like everything's misfiring for a while because your body doesn't know what to do. And it literally feels like, when you rub your feet on carpet and then you'll touch something and it like sends that zap through you. It feels like that, only inside of your brain. And it happens every 5 to 10 seconds for me. That's how often it happened. I didn't know what it was. It was scary. My fingertips went numb, my lips were numb. I just felt awful. So it's not something I want to go through again. And honestly, if I'm being truly honest with myself, when I was on the antidepressants and the anti-anxieties, I didn't necessarily feel better. I just didn't feel like okay, you know what I mean? I didn't notice a difference. And I was like, why am I taking these that are altering the very chemicals in my brain when I'm not feeling better? They're not helping me. So I moved on and found some methods that do help me. And it took time. It took a lot of time. But I finally did it. So I'm like, this time I'm not doing it if I don't have to. Now, if I have to, I will. I do know, and everyone in my family knows. Like, I don't hide this. Like, I don't hide it. Everyone in my family knows that I have postpartum depression. I have my family on guard. They know what signs to look for. They know to be honest with me and tell me if they're seeing these signs. And if I'm having problems and what I'm doing doesn't work, I'm going to the doctor and I'm going to get on the medication that I need to be on. So I don't want you guys, I say that because what's right for me might not be right for you. What I do might not be okay for you. And I don't want to steer anyone in one direction because that's what I'm doing when their body might need something completely different. So I'm not like anti-pharmaceuticals necessarily if you need it. I do think that a lot of people take pharmaceuticals when it's not necessary. I think antibiotics are way overprescribed, but to each his own, and I have no judgment at all. But yeah, that's what I'm planning to do. And the anxiety, I've noticed also towards the end of pregnancy, the anxiety definitely starts to amp up. I'm already starting to feel that. So it's been fun. You know how you get, I guess if you've never been pregnant, you don't know, but towards the end, you kind of get in that nesting phase where you just kind of want to fix everything. You get annoyed that there's clutter in places, or you get annoyed that certain things are a certain way. And that's another thing this last year and a half that I've worked so hard to fix, is the way I see the world around me. Does that make sense? So when you're dealing with deep depression, you don't see mess, you don't see clutter, you don't see what needs to be done. And if you do see it, you don't have the motivation or the energy to do anything about it. And that's very much how I used to be. And I hope none of you, if you've never experienced that, you can't understand. That's a good thing. I'm so thankful you've never had to deal with it. But before I was pregnant with Jack, I remember that I'd have dishes in the sink. I'd have my countertops completely cluttered. There would be toys all over the floor. Our couches would be full of stuff. And if you guys went back and watched any of our old vlogs, like, there's no hiding it. Like, our house was like, it was just cluttered. It was just a cluttered mess. It looked like we owned a thrift store and threw everything around. And that's what being in a deep depression looks like. That's what it looks like. And it's hard because you see it and you just can't find the motivation or the energy to do anything about it. It's absolutely debilitating, and it sounds ridiculous, especially to people who have never experienced like depression or anxiety or whatever. You can't understand. Like, there's no way for you to understand how, oh, just wash your dishes. Like, that's not hard. Go wash your dishes. It's hard to understand how that seems impossible. So I've worked very, very hard to get past all of that. And it's better now. I mean, like, that's not me anymore. And I'm so thankful that it's not me. And I never want it to be me again. But, you know, I'm glad you're better now. Thank you. I don't call myself better because I still have a lot of improvements that I need to make. And, you know, I'm never done growing and, you know, fixing things, but I'm definitely not where I was, and that's good. Your house is always cluttered. It used to be. I think it still gets cluttered sometimes, especially like our homeschool desk, and like we have this like counter, like the butler's pantry countertop, that definitely gets cluttered. But other than that, no, my house is pretty clean. I do a good job. And I never could say that before, but I do a good job. I work really hard to keep everything in place. And the girls are old enough too, like they can help me. So see, there's like nothing on the I mean, there's a dog on the couch, but I mean, it's not like filled with junk or anything. Thank you. Y'all are sweet. I've learned not to be hard on myself. I've learned that if I am having a bad day, if I'm feeling depressed, just let it be. Just let it be. I just tell my husband, look, I'm not feeling good today. This is going to be a hard day. I'll be honest with my girls. I have explained in depth with Zoe and Piper what depression is and how it feels. And they know that if I'm having a hard day, they just need to pitch in a little bit more and help out. And they do, and they get it. And it has helped so much with my relationship with them for them to understand that about mom, for them to get it. Especially because I don't want them to deal with it. I want them, if they ever feel that way, I want them to come to me and talk to me about it. I don't want them to hide it or feel like they're crazy or losing their mind. I'm sorry me moving is annoying you. I'm sorry. I know you're a huge advocate for essential oils. Are there any oils to help the boys with their anxiety? Yeah, there's quite a few oils that we use for the boys. All of the kids have an oil diffuser in their bedroom. For the boys, Narcisa's favorite is orange and something called Valor. It's a Young Living combination. And he really loves that. Valor has been amazing. There's also a oil called Trauma Life that Young Living has, and that on the bottom of the boys' feet has been a godsend, an absolute godsend. So we use that a lot. There's also many others. Hiding depression or any mental illness isn't good. It's not. And you know what? If you had asked me when I was in the throes of a serious depression, like when I was seriously depressed, I would have denied it. In fact, I think I did many times because I didn't see it. I didn't feel like I was sad. I didn't feel like things were terrible, you know, but it was one of those things you could look around and see the physical manifestation around me of what I was feeling internally that even I was not recognizing. So it's hard, but it is so important to share. And I feel like that's another reason I want to do these lives, because I want to talk to you guys about stuff like that. I don't want to like hide it or bury it or feel ashamed about it, because there's nothing to be ashamed about. Depression is very real. It's very real, and it's very debilitating. And if you have it, you need to be able to talk about it. I just know Mamie and Keith have so much in common. Yeah, he loves his orange oil. I can do a live video on essential oils. The thing of it is Young Living is my business. So like my work business, not like it's my business and not yours. um, and people get kind of iffy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I genuinely love oils and we use them and they've helped us and they've changed our lives. And I want to share that. But at the same time, people get kind of like, she's trying to get us to buy things or whatever, and that's not the case. So I share a lot on my Facebook. I'll share here and there on Instagram, but I do have like an oil specific Instagram. Like if you're interested, it's called Killin' the Oily Life. So if you're more interested, you can go there, and that's where I kind of frequent. I never cold message people. I'm not that type of person. I just don't do that. I don't believe in doing that. I'm not going to cold message you. I'm not gonna be like, hey, go buy oils. Because I feel like if people are interested, they're going to tell me they're interested, right? Like if they're interested, they're going to message me, they're going to email me, they're going to say, hey, I'm curious. I want to know more about this. I want to know how this helps you. And then I can go from there and know that I'm not driving people crazy, you know? Because I get messages all the time on Facebook, like from all kinds of companies, people wanting me to buy things. And it always seems so fake to me. Like they don't care about me. They don't care about what's going on in my life. They just want me to buy something from them. And I don't ever want to come across as that type of person. I want people to know that I'm genuinely here to help you. Like I want to help you. I want to talk to you. I want to be your friend. I want to chat with you. Like I don't want to talk about oils all the time with you. I just want to be buddies with you and help you out. And if it's something you're interested in, then I'm here for you, you know. Where can people message you to learn more about essential oils? You can just email me. My email is kat.5586@gmail. Or you can go to my website, which is listed. My website for oils is usually in the description of most videos. It probably won't be in the description of live videos, but if you go back to like a vlog, you can see my website, and there is a contact me button, and you can request for me to contact you, and I will call you or text you or whatever, and we can chat. What kind of oils can you use for babies? Oh goodness, honey, I could talk like an hour on that because it's not something you want to just gloss over, especially for newborns, because you should definitely not use all oils on or around newborns. There's definitely certain protocols you need to take. But if you're interested, I would be happy to talk with you about that. Some oils we love is lavender and an oil called Gentle Baby. Those are kind of the two I've stocked up on for Liren. And then the seedlings oil is really good as well. So I love that. I know. Allie, I've been telling everyone, I was like, they're probably getting so annoyed with me because I'm like, keep spinning back and forth. I think it's a mom thing, honestly. Like, I don't know. And I do it in public too. I'm so used to having a child, whether it's Aiden or Jack or someone, and I'm always like rocking or swaying a child. So when I don't have a child, I feel like it's just a natural like movement to sway. And I also said earlier, I'm feeling kind of antsy because I didn't sleep very well last night and I'm kind of struggling to be awake. So I'm just kind of moving. I'm a mover. If I'm not like moving back and forth, I'm shaking my leg or something, which I try not to do. Zoe gets so annoyed with me in church because I'll be sitting there and I'm like jiggling my leg. She's like, Mom, calm down. She's like, don't drink coffee. I'm like, I actually haven't had coffee. That's another thing. I'm so excited to drink my normal amount of coffee again after baby's born. I do drink coffee, but it's like 1 cup a day. Sometimes not even that much. So I miss my coffee. I love the video when you got the kids' haircuts. It was adorable. Yeah, some of the haircut videos are cute. I don't know. There's one where I took Aiden, and bless his heart, it was terrible. I felt so bad for him. I don't know. I've been avoiding cutting the poor boy's hair again because I'm so scared of traumatizing him again. It was really bad last time I took Aiden to get a haircut. He did not like it. And I could do it myself, but y'all, I'm not good at cutting hair. So diffusing essential oils all day isn't a good. Yeah, you shouldn't diffuse them like constantly all day long. We don't. We diffuse usually in the morning when we first wake up and we're starting homeschool, and then I'll diffuse again in the evening when the boys get off the bus. That's usually it. And then I'll diffuse in my husband and I's room like when we're sleeping or when the kids are sleeping. But yeah, definitely not all day. But there are oils you can diffuse all day and it's not gonna matter. There are a lot of oils that would be fine. Also, it also depends on the space you have. Like if you're in an enclosed room and you have oils diffusing constantly in that enclosed room all day long, you probably should like turn it off or have your diffuser on to come on in 30-minute increments. That's okay. But our house is, especially downstairs, it's such a huge open area. Like we could diffuse all day long downstairs and it wouldn't make a dang bit of difference because it's such a big space and our ceilings are so high. When are you due? My due date is January 12th, but I'm having a C-section December 30th. I have to have a C-section because I am considered a high-risk pregnancy. I had the hernia earlier this pregnancy, and I'm at risk for cholestasis, which is a buildup of liver enzymes. Yeah, and I've also had 3 other C-sections, so I have to have a C-section again because if I don't have another C-section, it puts you at risk for a uterine rupture, unfortunately. How do you have time when your hubby? Gosh, I wish these comments wouldn't disappear so fast. How do you have time with your husband when you have so many kids? I totally paraphrased your question. I'm so sorry it disappeared. That's tough. That's tough. And it's been hard lately too, because again, I've been falling asleep at like 6 p.m. My husband works a lot. He is up in the morning by 5:30. He's out the door by 6. He usually does not come home until 5:30 or 6. At which time he's usually still has some work he has to finish, but he's able to like do dinner and like see kids and all that. And then he's usually off on weekends. Usually some weekends he does work, but he does work a lot. So usually we just have to carve out time. We just have to make time. So I stay up late, and that's why I stay up so late usually. Well, when I'm not pregnant. This does not apply currently because I'm definitely not staying up late now. But I'll get my work done. I'll do my Young Living stuff. I'll do the YouTube stuff after the kids are in bed. And then after I finish that, it's usually around like 11 p.m. I know that's late. It's usually like 11 p.m. So then my husband and I will have from 11 to 12:30 every night. And that's kind of our time. And we'll watch a show and we'll talk. And we'll just kind of catch up on each other's day. And we kind of talk all day long too, like while he's at work, like we'll text back and forth or whatever. And then we also try to make time for date nights, which is also super important. When you got so many kids, you got to do date nights, or else you're just like losing that connection, you know? Are all of the kids excited about the baby coming? They are now. They weren't initially, but they are now. Yes, everyone's excited. Except Jack. I don't think he still doesn't quite understand. He'll rub my tummy and lift up my shirt and say, "Ball? Ball? Like, why do you have a ball in your shirt, Mom?" Yeah, Jada, you have to prioritize your relationship with your husband, and it is not easy. It is not easy to do because there's always something to do, right? Like there's always dishes, there's always laundry, there's always a child that needs to be fed or given something or changed, or stuff needs to be prepped for the next day at school, or I have to make Aiden's food for the week, or there's always something. Oh, or the kids have activities. Like literally the list never ends. So you literally have to put a halt to the list. You have to say, okay, the list is stopping from this time to this time so that I can focus on my spouse, because we are a team. And if that team falls apart, everything falls apart. So, and he also helps me like when he is home, like he's always running errands for me or helping out around the house or, you know, doing what he can, but he also works like 60 hours a week. So it's tough. But that's also another big reason I'm thankful that I'm able to be a stay-at-home mom, because I'm here. I'm here always. I'm always with the kids. So the kids always have one parent that is present. No, I do not homeschool the boys. The boys receive so many awesome services through the public school system that I feel like it would be more detrimental for them if I were to try to homeschool them. They're doing so well right now academically. They're progressing. And I just don't feel like it would be a smart move for me to keep them home when they're doing so well. And Narkis loves school. Narkis loves school. Like, I can't pull him out. He loves it too much. And they're also, my boys are not facing the same type of social problems and social upheavals that my girls are facing, because they are in a self-contained classroom and they are very sheltered and they are very well taken care of and loved by their teachers. And my girls were, it was just a different environment. You know, they were just in amongst everybody. And, you know, not that I want to protect them from every like scrape and bruise and like social injustice that they might experience, because that's not real, that's not like realistic or reality. But for them, homeschooling was the best choice. Does Aiden know there's a baby coming? I don't know. When I'm holding him, he'll like rub my belly, but I don't know if he knows. We've told him obviously, but he'll probably just laugh. Like when there's a new baby in the house, it's funny because every time the baby cries, he just cackles. I gotta ask, I keep looking at this. Is that a carousel horse in the background? It is. It is a carousel horse. My mother-in-law found it at a thrift store, and she bought it for Zoe's birthday, and she painted it, and it's really kind of cool. I don't think it's a carousel horse like you could sit on. Like, it's not really like heavy duty. I think it's just a decoration type of thing. But she painted it. And Zoe's uncle also painted it, and it's really cool. And it's actually supposed to be in her bedroom, but Jack loves it, so Zoe brought it out here because Jack likes to play with it. I have been following you guys for a while now. Oh, thanks, Marianne? Miriam? Did I say your name right? You'll have the coolest names. She did a good job. She did do a good job. I'm not artsy. I'm not very creative. So the fact that my child can draw just astounds me. How old are your boys? Narkis is 16, Aiden is 12, Jack is 2. Can't believe he's 16. What the heck? Seems crazy that he's 16. Oh well, I've been here with you guys for about an hour. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I love you guys. I love talking to you guys. But Narkis, Zoe, Piper, and Jack are hanging out at Nana's. They're playing for the evening, and I'm supposed to be utilizing the kid-free time to like get stuff done around my house, and I'm not getting it done. So I have dishes I need to do, and I need to go like do the floors downstairs and just get some stuff done to make me feel better that the house is in order. Yeah, so I will be live once a week. Again, I cannot commit to a specific day or time right now because our days are just completely crazy. But in the future, hopefully, the live video will be like, I'm going live at 5 p.m. on Friday nights, you know, but I can't commit to that right now. But anyway, I'm gonna be better and go live once a week. All right. I love you guys. I could keep reading y'all's comments and like answering questions, I'm sure, but there should be like a replay of this if y'all can sit through an hour. Y'all are awesome, because I would not sit through an hour of anyone live. I don't know. I would have to like know the person. I don't know. Y'all are awesome. I'll just say that. Y'all are amazing. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Hope you guys are all doing awesome. Don't forget to give the live video a thumbs up and comment below. And I love you guys. And don't forget, always live to inspire. Bye, y'all.